the if statement. So this is used to produce one of two outcomes based on an if question. Okay, so the if statement basically has three parts. It's got a condition, which is like the question that you're asking. Then it's got the part that says what to do if the condition is met, and what to do if the condition is not met. Alright, so we're going to be looking at some exercises and examples just to make this a bit clearer, because this is one of the trickier functions to use. So for example, if the age limit to drive, let's say, was 17, that's what they've said in this case. So if the person was 18 years old, they would have some program that would display you are old enough to drive. But if the person said, for example, that they're 14, then what would happen is the message you are not old enough to drive would appear. Okay, so there are outcomes depending on your answer to some question. Okay, so let's have a look at some examples. Alright, so let's just remove this. Remove this. Okay, so if the student's mark is less than 80, it should display a B. Otherwise, A should be shown. Okay, so you see the two outcomes over here. They either get a B or an A, depending on the mark that they get. So the conditional test is always going to be the part that follows the if. So it says if the student's mark is less than 80. That is our condition for this question. So just to show you how this works, for an if statement, you just go equals if, open bracket. So the first part's the logical test, our condition. So as we said, it's a student's mark. If the student's mark is less than 80, that is going to be what we're testing for in the beginning. If that's true, we're going to display a B. But if it's not true, it means it's greater than 80 or equal to 80, then it's an A. So if the student's marks, I'm going to go select this value here, the student's mark, the 75. If the student's mark is less than 80, so we're testing if B4 is less than 80, comma. Okay, so that is our logical test. That's the question we're asking. Is B4 less than 80? Alright. Then the value, if true, if it is less than 80, we're going to display a B. We use quotations because it's text. Then comma the value if it's false. If the mark is not less than 80, that would imply that it's either equal to 80 or greater than 80. Then in that case they get an A. So in quotations, it will be an A. So if we hit enter, we should get for this first one a B. And that's correct. Okay, so in this case, if we drag down our formula, we want the cells to move down with our formula. So this blue one to move down as we move along, so we can replicate. And then we can just check if it makes sense. 88 is an A, 87 is an A, 52 is a B, 12 is a B in this case. So that works out. Okay, so here's another one. So this one contains text. So if the name John appears, then display hi John. Otherwise display hi there. Okay, so the condition always follows the if part. So it says if the name John appears. Okay, so if the student's name is John, then we're going to say hi John. Otherwise we're going to say hi there. So it's equals if. Okay, we're checking if the name, the student's name, so I'm going to select the student's name. If the name John appears, so we're checking if this name here in B12 is equal to John. So we use quotations because it's text. Then comma, value if true, if B12 is equal to John, then we're going to say hi John. So in quotations we say hi John. Then comma, value if false, if it's not equal to John, we're just going to say hi there. We hit enter. You can see John is here, so it should say hi John. You can replicate this. We don't have to lock cells in this case. So whenever it is not John, you can see it says hi there here, hi there, hi there. And for John it says hi John. Alright, so that is just a brief explanation and a few examples on the if statement.